We can have our seats as well. Thank you, Mama, for allowing me again to stand here and share what the Lord has for us. And now, for the entire body of Jesus Christ. Amen. For the entire body of Jesus Christ. When the year began, I went to prayer and fasting. I normally start by myself, and then the elders in the church join me the second week, and then the entire church the third week. And this year, we had the last week in January, it was prayer for the teenagers and children from age 8. They prayed and fasted. But they were eating every evening. They would just come in the church, they take something in the morning, but the whole day they pray. And I saw children pray from age 8. Why did I do that? It's a result of what the Lord revealed to me when I was in prayer and fasting, somewhere far from Kisumu. I don't mean that when you want to pray, you must go to the mountain, unless God has told you to go somewhere in Mount Elgon. Don't go because people are going. I don't mean that you go in a desert somewhere, in a forest somewhere. No. Even me, I was not in a forest. I was in a hotel, but I was praying. A very nice room with warm water and everything, a very good bed. But God still spoke to me. So when I was praying, the 5th day, I was feeling a bit weak. All of us who pray, you know. The spirit was very strong, but the body was weak. So the 5th day, at midnight, I felt I need to rest for 4 hours. That is, saa sita, saa saba, saa nane, saa tisa, maybe saa kumi. And I even had to put the alarm so that I sleep. The alarm will wake me up. But when I went to rest, I slept less than 40 minutes. And during that period, God was talking to me. So I had a dream. And this is the dream. This dream had 4 occurrences. And I'll tell you the meaning because I was given interpretation by the servant of God in Nairobi. The dream started like this. It's like I'm somewhere in a very big meeting. It was a multitude of people. And all races were there. Wazungu, Wahindi, Waafrika, all races were there. And people were worshiping. And it was very powerful. Very, very powerful. I could feel like the presence of God was there. So when we were worshiping, I too was worshiping. I heard a voice behind me. Somebody just called, Rose, you are there. And there is dirt all over. This place is very filthy. Starting from the washrooms. Please clean the place. So it's like it's me to do the work. I had to rush to start with the washrooms. And after I had done everything, I don't want to say details because of time. After I had finished the cleaning, I went back in the auditorium where there were multitude of people and all races. I started to work. Before I reached my seat, I saw a cloth dropping in the midst of the people. From the roof, I don't know how, but it just dropped. And nobody saw it. And that cloth was very dirty. It was stinking. It was smelling so bad. But people were continuing to worship, and there was the power of God. And I rushed to pick it, but it was dirty and smelling so bad. But I was forced because the voice that called me to clean the place, this voice told me, Rose, the guest is coming, but this place is dirty. So it's like, let me rush pick the cloth, lest the guest finds there's dirt in the house. And nobody was sensitive to see. It was like I was the only one, but people were worshiping. And there was the power of God. And it's like that place was sweet. I picked and I rushed out. Very dirty, smelling so bad. Before I threw it, I heard a voice. Stretch it. I stretched. It was an apron. Is it an apron? Overall. An overall that covers from the head down to the feet. And it was like a hood kind of overall. Hii ambayo iko na kofia na, you know. And it was dirty. I threw it. And when I was coming back in the auditorium, before I made 2 steps in the inside, another pastor came. I know him very well. He's the only person I knew. And I didn't know he's in the meeting. So he came and he said, Rose, do you know there's leakage in this place? Even where we are, there's leakage. And whatever is dropping down, it's smelling. It's very bad. And I looked around the auditorium, which was so big, and indeed there were leakages. There were leakage. But still people were worshiping. And it's like everything is okay. And it's like now what do we do? He told me, rush in town and find somebody who can do the repair of the leakage, repair of the roof. So when I was running to get somebody, I don't know how and where, but I was just running. Immediately, the dream ended and I woke up. And I woke up, I wondered. I checked my phone. It was only 42 minutes past midnight, and I wanted to wake up at 4. So, because this pastor was in the scene of my dream, in the morning, at around 9 in the morning, I called him. He's a pastor in Nairobi. I called him. And I narrated all this. But he said, I'm busy. I'm somewhere in town. I'll call you later. So this pastor called me at night. And he told me, Pastor, in your dream, there are 4 occurrences. Occurrence number 1, it is the auditorium. And he said in the auditorium, and they were all races, this is the body of Jesus Christ. And the occurrence number 2, the dirt that was all over, the filthy cloth, and the leakage that was smelling so bad in the auditorium, there is sin in the body of Christ. Not in a particular church, but the entire body of Jesus Christ worldwide. The sin is so intense because of those 3. The outside, the inside, the body, sin, and everywhere. There is sin in the church of Jesus Christ. And then he told me the 3rd occurrence is the voice. The voice said, Rose, the place is dirty. The guest is almost arriving. He said the voice is the angel of God. Jesus sent his angel to send you to warn the current church concerning the sin that is in the current church, the 21st church, 21st century church. The voice was the angel. And the guest that I'm being told, the guest is about to arrive. The guest is Jesus, is coming for the church. But he is concerned with the 21st century church. There is too much sin. We are worshiping. We are feeling so good. In fact, that worship was very powerful where I was. And I felt like the presence of God. But Jesus is concerned. That is, you are told the guest is coming. It's Jesus Christ. I don't know if somebody's getting what I'm trying to say. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? And the one I was sent to, I get someone to repair the roof. And as I was running to go and find someone to repair the roof from the leakages, I could not reach to get even one. I woke up from the dream. He told me, you are the person God is sending to warn the church. Because you didn't get someone, it's just you. You heard a voice, and now you are running to get someone, but it's just you, Rose. And I thank God. From March, I've been speaking this wherever I go, because it's the message to the body of Jesus Christ. So you are here, just search yourself. It is personal. Holiness is not collective. It is personal. So, when he told me to go and speak this, I started with my own church. And his church was the second one in Nairobi. And I've gone to places sharing this. But as I was praying again in the month of March, that very March, the Spirit of the Lord told me, it might not be enough just to put it on social media, and it is there. Because sometimes somebody may not have data to watch all these things. put it on a hard copy. And I've written a book, The Concept of Holiness in the 21st Century Church. The Concept of Holiness in the 21st Century Church. The sin that is in the current church cannot be compared to the sin in the church that was there, ya kina Peter. At a church ya 2018, ya 2019, the sin that is in the current church can't be compared to that. Even while what was there in 1970s and 1980s, and they were born again, the sin that is in the church today, sio kama hiyo. So Jesus is not condemning anyone. He's just concerned and is warning us. Take this message.